This is a Fox News alert. We've got the results from the 2012 presidential straw poll at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Washington, CPAC. And the winner is Ron Paul. Molly Henneberg is standing by live in Washington at the CPAC conference with the very latest. Molly, tell us about this.
Hi, Greg. About 2,400 people voted, and Ron Paul won with 31% of the vote. Let's just go through the top five. You had Ron Paul winning 31%, Mitt Romney in second, 22%, Sarah Palin in 7%, Tim Pawlenty in fourth place with 6%, and Indiana Congressman Mike Pence in fifth place with 5%. Voting was over the past 2 days. Anybody here could vote if they wanted to, but let me tell you, Greg, how the voting happened. It's not like you arrived here at CPAC and you got a ballot and cast your vote for who you would like to see run for president in 2012. There are booths set up downstairs, and if you saw a booth and you had time and you wanted to stop and vote, you could. But it wasn't talked about a lot from the podium, and there weren't, please go out and vote. It's just if you saw a booth and there wasn't too big of a crowd, you could vote. So out of the organizers say 10,000 people who were here over the past 3 days, about 2,400 of them voted. 31% of those voted for Ron Paul, the Texas congressman, and he's the winner of the CPAC straw poll vote 2010, who this crowd, at least 2,400 of them, the majority, 31% of them, would like to see run for president in 2012.
Molly, as we pointed out earlier in the program, Mitt Romney had actually won the straw poll in the last 3 years, although narrowly in 2008 over John McCain by 1 percentage point. How much of a surprise is this that Ron Paul is the winner this time around? And I know he energized the crowd with remarks there. How many Ron Paul supporters were conspicuously around? They're usually pretty conspicuous.
They are. But it really seems in this election it was more of an issue of who found the booths and who decided to go vote for, stand in line and place their votes. And Ron Paul and people who support him decided to take the time, find those places to vote, and vote. Yes, Mitt Romney has won the past 3. He won last year. He won the 2 years before when the question obviously was about 2008. Last year was about who would you like to see in 2012. But this year, Ron Paul, a little bit of a surprise. It hasn't been announced here yet, so it'll be interesting to see when it's announced.
Well, his supporters are always very well organized, and they bring a lot of fervor to their support, just judging by all the emails I get from Ron Paul supporters.
He has a huge following.
He does. He has a really huge following. Molly Henneberg, thanks very much.
He ran for president last time.
Yeah, he certainly did. Yeah. And his supporters let us know about that.
On the internet, though, I'm telling you, I mean, the following is really quite remarkable how many people have a following for him. It's almost like I don't know, it's the most well put together organization that follows a politician I've ever seen.
Well, Ron Paul, 31% of the vote. Mitt Romney, 22%. Sarah Palin, 7%. Tim Pawlenty, 6%. Mike Pence, 5%. And
now,
we're going to have a lot more.
We should also remind you that Mitt Romney won this thing 3 years in a row, and he was never elected president. So how true are these straw polls as far as...
It is early.
It is very early. So nonetheless, Ron Paul the winner.